Well, kia ora koutou katoa, no mai, hara mai, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium on opening day, baby. Opening day of all the competitions. Of course, the Premier Men have been going for about 4 or 5 weeks already, and you have got yourselves a treat coming up tonight. Here we've got East Coast Bays batting first here in the first innings. East Coast Bays batting first here in this Premier Men's matchup, facing David Watson's pitching for Hibiscus Coast. We'll give you the lineups when we get a break in the action as we see the bunt down from the leadoff batter, Jesse Harris. And he's the first out recorded here in the top of the first innings. I'm Jason Gerbes, a.k.a. Chopper, and joining me, my man, the one and only Trevor Smith, the stalwart of Hibiscus Coast in North Harbour. My mate, kia ora.
Kia ora to you, Chopper. Great to be here.
Fantastic indeed. Trev, Hibiscus Coast, East Coast Bays, HBC, ECB. What do you expect today?
I expect a close game. You know, the last time they played together, 4 innings, they went head to head, and then... well, there's a great catch.
Yeah, punch to right field and coming in to make that stab there with the glove is Tyler Job. So 2 quick outs here. Yeah, good close match last time. You tell us about the last game.
And then, you know, the pitching, ECB didn't have the backup pitching, and sort of in the end, HBC had a close, an easy win, but I'm picking the... competition will be there today. Depends whether HBC have come with the bat.
Okay, we'll find out today as it's HBC fielding first here. We mentioned David Watson, a.k.a. Bubba, all the way from Canada. Visiting pitcher who gets the start here in today's Premier Men's matchup. Offensively, it is Shakur James, now third baseman, batting for East Coast Bays.
New catcher too, Chopper.
Yes, we're going to get to him shortly. Of course, we got the Canadian on the hill. We got an Aussie behind the dish. So really looking forward to that. Joseph Scaramella is the starting catcher out of Perth, Australia. Mate, you've had a chance to meet Joe. What have you thought so far?
Oh, nice guy. I only met him on Tuesday night.
Yep.
Nice guy. Reckons his family be watching him today, so that's good.
Yeah, we'll give a shout out to all those ballers back in Perth, Western Australia. Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast, and great to have Joe getting his first start here for HBC behind the dish. 2-2 the count on James now. Drop on the inside and just ices James. 3 up, 3 down. That'll do us through the top of the first innings. We'll be back with more action in the lineups in the bottom of the first in just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. Bottom of the first innings. Let's have a look at the Defensive lineup for East Coast Bays, the green side here. Out in the field, left to right in the outfield for them is Ashton Brown. The starting centre fielder today is Ahmed Swanee. Right fielder is Tyler Job. And the hot corner third base for them is Roger Safehand Smith. Shortstop today, Wairangi Hawani, the youngster. At second base, Lockie Walsh. So 2 youngsters up the middle. First baseman is Greg Anderson. There's experience. Sorry, that's HBC. Let's go over to East Coast Bays. My apologies. Let's start that again, please.
I was going to say something, Chopper, but
Stop
I thought,
it. Stop it.
Did I hear you wrong?
Well, you can see the defensive lineup there on screen for them. Let's go now to the offensive lineup for the blue side. That is Hibiscus Coast. Now, let's look at the Hibiscus Coast lineup. Leading off for them, Ahmed Swami, Roger Smith hitting 2 today. Joseph Scalamella will be hitting in the 3 spot. And then Greg Anderson will be hitting in the clean-up role today. So a couple of changes to this graphic in front of you. Vaughan Douglas will be hitting 5 today. Lockie Walsh in the 6th spot. Wairangi Hawani, David Watson and Tyler Job rounds out the batting order for the boys from Z-Build HBC.
I love that. Well done, Chopper. Keep the crowd entertained.
Trevor's giving me stick because I've written out the wrong defensive lineup. This one fouls off. So to give you that, you would have read it on screen, the defensive lineup. But for Hibiscus Coast, it's Hayden Schmidt at left. Centre fielder is Jesse Harris. Right fielder is Hayden Schmidt. Hot corner third base is Shakur James. Just had a good game in the reserve game, did James. Shortstop today is Harrison Baker. At second base will be his brother Jack Baker, so 2 brothers up the middle. The experienced first baseman Clinton Hand. Behind the dish will be Finn Ridley. Just caught the reserve game, so back-to-back duties for him. For the starting right-hander, that is Rourke Crew. Yeah, Trev got the right defensive
We're back in business, eh? Back in business.
Fantastic. Bottom of the first innings, you'll see that on the scoreboard for you. As we see the head coach for Z-Build Hibiscus Coast down there, good mate of mine, Des Warman. And ground ball to second base, and Baker takes it like bread and breakfast. You're on all the replays, Trev. There you go.
Oh,
enjoy yourself.
Gee, just getting to know my job. That was a great take at second base, down to 3, and it was all over pretty quick. Down to first base, number 3, all over pretty quick.
So Ahmed Swami is lead off out here for Hibiscus Coast. And now, as I already called him earlier, Roger Safehand Smith will get his opportunity in the batter's box.
I shared a yarn to him before the game, Chopper. Told him if he didn't buck up his ideas with the bat, his sister would be taken over. She hit 2 baggers and a home run today.
Really?
Yeah, first time she's played in 20 years.
Wow, getting her done. Yeah. Getting her done. Fantastic. The Smith family, a big family in Hibiscus Coast and in North Harbour softball. 1-1 the count here on Roger. All down low. Rourke Crew, Trev, what type of pitcher is he for East Coast Bays?
Well, he starts strong, but he just, I think as the game wears on, will be the telling point. He's good young talent.
Pitcher point, accuracy on the outside edge. That'll level the count now, 2-2. So a couple of pictures of the head coach, Des Warman, on screen just before for Hibiscus Coast, and caught up with him last night, fresh off the bird.
Yes.
Had a Yankees hat on, looked on the side of the Yankees hat, and it had World Series on there. He'd just shot over to the United States, picked up his son from college, and they went to 2 of the World Series games. There, one in Los Angeles and one in New York. What a great spectacle.
He saw the first one they won,
so
he was happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to him this morning.
Both games in New York he watched. That's right. He watched the first one and then the one they won, which was Game 4. So Smith picks up the walk. Because we should also say at the same time, congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers.
We should.
Winning the World Series this year. They're my boys.
And I watched that last game in depth, and they come from behind to take it.
5-0 down.
Boy. Yeah, the Yankees let that one slip away.
First pitch to the import catcher from Western Australia, Joseph Scaramella.
Is that a
Right
Western
down
Australian surname, Chopper?
I'm pretty sure, and I haven't had a chance to meet him in person yet. I think it's got some European heritage to it. Big swing.
Oh, yes, he's going for the fence on that one.
Scaramella here, we wanting to make his mark here early in the North Harbour Softball Association. First trip to New Zealand for Scaramella. First time wanting to play ball in New Zealand. Had an opportunity work-wise back home, so he could come away.
It's great.
This one in the dirt and the swing, he'll be out automatically, and they'll get a double play. East Coast Bays turn something into nothing, or nothing into something. Either way you see it, a fantastic play. Striking out with a runner at first base, he's automatically out, and they'll throw it to second base in time. You going to be okay, Trev?
For the playback. There was no playback there, mate.
It's a real good...
I don't know what Rog was dreaming of there. He just canted up to two and made it easy for them.
Well, he's dreaming of the dugout right now as he asks Mark Porteous, am I out? Am I out?
How can I be out?
Yeah, run at your own risk in that situation. We're through one complete. Is it going to be a beauty? East Coast Bays, Hibiscus Coast, no score.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100%.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. Bottom of the second innings. No score in the match so far between East Coast Bays and Hibiscus Coast. It'll be the first baseman, Clinton Hand, the pitcher, Rock Crew, and the second baseman, Jack Baker. 1, 2, and 3 here for Fergus McAlpine, head coach for East Coast Bays this year, running back-to-back seasons. Trev, I see you brought the lollies to the booth. Is that for all of us?
Well, if you share your hamburger there, man, by the smell of your hamburger's making me hungry.
Yeah, indeed. Great to have
Help
you along,
yourself,
my friend.
mate.
Oh, there you go.
Help yourself.
Everyone wants a jet plane. We know that. And a swing and a miss on the drop ball from David Watson will close out this out. Ah, there you go. The centre field camera's got a little shake. I wonder if it's got to do with the little kid climbing the ladder beside it at the moment. That's always good. He's all the way to the top of the ladder too. Let's get a shot of that kid out at centre field, will you? Let's make him famous. There he is. Oh, and he's playing with it too. Well, we've got to put a headset on and bring him in the crew, I think. Hey, what do you? Oh, hard
I like
case.
that.
Rock Crew looking down the gun of David Watson here. Trev, tell us a bit about David Watson and his pitching.
Well, I don't know what to say. I still don't know. He's got good pace. He's got variety of balls, and the Ks keep coming.
Sure.
The batters are not seeing him, so he's got something there.
Back-to-back strikeouts, 3 if you go back to the first innings for David Watson right now.
Yeah, and the fact he's got a catcher now, you know, a settled catcher, I think we'll see him grow, to be honest. Good on Stevie Mueller, who was lined up, but he's away the pan packs at the moment, I think.
Of course, that's where the old guys go to participate.
Participate.
Over in the Gold Coast. So Jack Baker now will get his chance as second baseman. Oh no, our centre field camera operator's having a break. Oh. Yeah, no, you just go climb that ladder, play with that camera. It's only worth about $5 or $6 grand. Gotta love the orangutan and the kids these days.
You do. Now, David's, I think, time we go to the club nationals, he'll be firing. Because you've got that pressure of Leo Burrito sitting in the dugout, ready to come and push him another step further.
Fantastic indeed.
And I think we'll see Leo before the end of the game. So
we've got two good options this year, Trev.
They have.
If you look at it, a hard-throwing right-hander in Watson, so that one clips the edge of the zone, and a left-handed master of location in Leo Barreto. What a combination.
It is. You know, just got to pick the moment to swap them over. Going back to the World Series baseball, boy, they don't mess around with the pitches, do they?
No, they don't. And that ground ball to Anderson at first base will take care of business. It's a 1, 2, 3 innings. Bookmarked with a couple of strikeouts from David Watson. More action to come here live from Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. It's opening day, baby. It is opening day. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium here, bottom of the second innings. Got ourselves a good one going, no score in it so far. It'll be Greg Anderson, Vaughan Douglas and Lockie Walsh, 1, 2, 3 here for the Coasters as they try to undo Rock Crew on the hill here for East Coast Bays. First pitch is pumped through the top of the zone. Good umpiring crew in this one. Chris Murdoch behind the dish, calling the balls and strikes. And North Harbour's own hoo-ha, Mark Porteous down at first base. Drop ball, change of pace from the hand of Rock Crew. Rock Crew just fresh off tournament duties. Went away to Wellington last week to play for Totara Park in the 23U Hutt Valley Classic. Just going down in the final. A 1 run.
Good pitching time, Chopper.
He did indeed. Weather was a bit inclement on day one, but day two shaped up better, and they got all 3 matches in. Rock Crew, I tell you, in the final was on fire with the bat. Driving it to the fence, left, right, and centre. Hard hit ball, James. A reactional grab at third base for the first out.
You're right, Chopper. Was a reactional play. Boy, I thought that was away to the outfield. It had the power on it. If he hadn't stopped that, it would have hit the fence. There's no short. It was still going up.
Designated player here, Vaughan Douglas. He's hitting for the left fielder, Ashton Brown. Crew wastes no time and just drives it through the zone.
Yeah, I think we'll see something from Vaughan today. He's a bit pumped up. He's wanting to establish his place in this team.
I like the way he's swung the bat this year. Full of confidence, Trev, full of confidence.
He is. He's... I think we'll see one to the fence on this one, Chopper. It's a shame that Greg's not sitting on first or somewhere. It's been the HBC letdown a wee bit. Oh,
hard hit ball up the middle, skids off the glove, and Douglas does deliver here in the second innings.
Great. Oh, replay, am I?
Well, I'm just checking if there's one for you, that's all. There it is. There you go, Trev.
I'm just getting to know my role here. Yeah, that was good, strong bat. It was a bit of a low one, but he needed. He's pumping it. He's pumping the tyres up to first base.
Look at him.
A bit of effort going
Boy,
in there.
I tell you what, the Warriors might want to have a look at Ford Douglas.
Yep.
Imagine him running down the sideline.
They're going to... Gee, I see Coach Smith's having a word in his ear. I don't know that would be a steal on though, would there?
I'll leave that one to you. Up the bat now is Lockie Walsh.
Oh, what's her number, Daddy? Tell me the numbers.
Good to see the Rangatahi youth in here today at the ballpark. Of course, opening day.
Well, he proved me wrong there. He did steal.
Wow, it's a pass
But it was
ball.
on the pass ball. He was halfway there, though.
You call it the way you see it, Trev. You call it the way you see it. What I do know is Douglas is in scoring position now at second base. With just the one away here.
With Lockie, he'll clip it.
Yeah, young Lachlan Walsh. Up and comer from Hibiscus Coast, come all the way through their farm system. Great to see young Walsh get his opportunities now, Trev.
It is well deserved, and you know, young Lockie's putting a bit back in the game. He's coaching a morning grade team. I'm not sure how they went this morning. I had trouble tracking around, keeping track of everybody, but no, good to see some of these guys putting their time back in, and he's squeezed a walk there.
Yeah, this one inside, so 4 straight balls to Walsh, and he's down to first base. So runners on 1 and 2 here, and they'll hand it over to their shortstop, Wairangi Hawani. Talking about the kids, of course, opening day at North Harbour. Trev, tell us what it's like walking around all those 18 diamonds in the morning.
Oh, it's so refreshing. You know, we've spent the last 5 weeks here with the seniors playing just on these 2 diamonds, and then you see the whole 18 diamonds in full noise.
Great play by Jack Baker at second base, diving to his left-hand side of the hole to make the out at first base, Trev. This is top shelf.
He made a... Jeez, he got how he got that throw away is, and right on the button it was, and it needed to be on the button
of his pants.
On the seat of his pants. But Wairangi did advance Lockie and Vaughan, so
he sure did. 2 in scoring position now for the starting pitcher, David Watson, getting an opportunity to bat for himself here, the Canadian.
Yeah, I think he in the first couple of weeks they thought pitchers don't bat, and then he saw how they needed a batter, so he thought, give me a shot. And he's done it, a high one.
Looking for a bit of grass, but Harrison Baker does what his brother does in the last play in the hole. He goes deep in the 5-6 hole to make the catch, and that'll complete the second innings. Some top shelf play here, Trev. More action to come in the third. No score in the match.
Bat to ball, pleasing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here. Top of the third innings, got a real tight pitches duel to get us started here between Rock Crew from East Coast Bays and David Watson from the Hibiscus Coast here. No score in the match so far, and the third innings just getting underway. It'll be Finn Ridley, the catcher, followed by Hayden Schmidt, the left fielder, and Cameron Schmidt, the right fielder. 1, 2, and 3 here for East Coast Bays.
See Coach McAlpine's standing out in 3 there. He's fresh back from the States too.
Yeah, everyone's been on vacation. How do we get to go on these vacations?
I don't know. Well, I know how you get there. But,
yeah, of course, we mentioned Des Woman from Hibiscus Coast, just fresh back from New York, going to 2 of the World Series games between Los Angeles Dodgers and the New York Yankees. You see Ridley go down on strikes. And Fergus McAlpine, freshly back from Texas, where he went to the University of Texas under the tutelage of Mike White, head coach there for their softball program, to learn, to observe, and to experience what an elite softball program looks like and how it's delivered.
Yeah, and he was so chuffed. I was talking to him on Wednesday night. He was treated like a king and learned a lot.
And there you go. He's also learned how to choose seeds by the looks.
Yeah. That's the first thing they teach him.
Yeah. He said it was wonderful. He really, and apparently he did it off his own back, reached out to him, said, I'd like to further my coaching career. What's the chance?
Yeah, for Mike Welsh to take him in.
Yeah, yeah.
And Mike White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you did right. Apparently the hospitality
that's the best.
From the University of Texas and Michael White, the head coach, was second to none, and that whole time fully opened up the whole program to Fergus McAlpine while he was there. Also showed him around the area, took him to a few locations, and really, really enjoyed his time.
Yeah, we'll just see what he brings back to the game. Well, Fergus always puts back into the game what he's got. He's a champion for North Harbour. We're pretty blessed with guys like Curty and himself and a lot of others, Desi, and that's the heart of the engine room, isn't it?
5 strikeouts on the day from David Watson as Schmidt goes down on strikes. Younger brother Cameron now will get an opportunity. This one hits the bottom of the zone, and it looks like Watson has really got the location of his dipper working here.
Well, he's got the batters confused. Yeah, they don't know where to chase it.
Nice ball out of the zone, and then you see the new battery pairing of Joseph behind the dish there, Scaramella. Not only from Perth, but also in the greatest squad for the Australian Steelers at the moment.
Yeah, he comes with a good pedigree, doesn't he?
Yeah, so he's working on his development. Of course, getting to play in their off-season is critical for his advancement as an athlete. And we're really pleased to have him here.
We sure are, and you know, having David pitching to him, they're both going to learn, ain't they?
Rise ball away here. We'll level the count now to Schmidt. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I think they just threw that wide to tempt him.
We're going to come back inside here. And the drop ball's good. It does carve him up. It's 3 up, 3 down, all via the strikeout. We're moving quick through 2.5. Bottom of the third coming up next.
Try a trade. Try welding, plumbing, carpentry. Try automated trade skills, material fabrication, electrical. Try painting. Try tiling. Try a trade. Starting this month, a 7-week program in partnership with WeldTech and Whitireia. Uncover your passion for a future career. Open to all ages. Register your interest today.
Bottom of the third innings, got a beauty going here between East Coast Bays in the field and Hibiscus Coast batting here in the bottom of the third innings. They'll set up Tyler Job, top of the shop. Amit Shwami as this one pops up. Looking for no man's land, but Cameron Schmidt. Boy, oh boy, it feels like he only needs to take 1.5 steps and he covers the whole outfield, Trev.
He had to run a long way for that, but he did it so comfortably,
Doesn't he?
He was just relaxed. Yeah, a real pro out there.
There is indeed. You see Clinton Hand indicating top of the shop now up to bat, Amit Shwami. He followed by safe hands, Roger Smith. That one pulls through the zone.
Amit's been away for a couple of weeks travelling,
Oh, yeah.
so he's back. He's raring to go.
Now, Amit stayed this winter, didn't he? He didn't go back to the UK.
He definitely, he's a resident just about now. He's got a household and...
Good one. I believe that's where he's moving towards, becoming a full-time resident.
Absolutely, yeah.
And he's a great man too. Really enjoy Amit's company.
Yeah, he's an accountant by trade and got a good job here, so...
He'll be a good asset to New Zealand.
yes, absolutely.
Hard hit ball
he's
from
got the hole,
Swami.
he's got the hole.
And he did get the hole indeed as he dunks that into the outfield to get the lead a runner on to first base with one away.
Yeah, right down the centre, really, eh? He just hoisted it away. It wasn't a big swing, just a comfortable swing, and placed it, what they call them, a Texas leaguer.
Texas leaguer indeed. Job done.
They did in the old days, anyway.
Well, with one away here and Shwami at first base, Roger Smith will wave at a rise ball just outside the zone.
He waved at it, but the umpire called it.
Yeah. So one strike to count here. Swami is a threat to run at first base. Coaching staff I mentioned already for Hibiscus Coast. Over the top of it, running. And he is around the corner. What a slide. Safe as Sami into second base.
Beautiful slide. Went right out round the outside, eh? Just watch this. I think that was a sacrifice swing as well.
Sure is.
Chopper, he didn't even go for that, but...
Look at the slide.
Oh, look at that.
Backdoor Charlie.
Oh, yeah, he did. That tag didn't get close, did it? And umpire Porteous was right there to view it. He made the right decision.
He made a great call before on that pitch, Trev. High ground ball. James will have to check the runner. The runner goes to 3. And he is safe with a double swipe back and grab the base. Amit Shwami's got it going on today.
That was the same slide, but down on 3, and the third base couldn't find him. Couldn't find him on the tag.
Swam his way back with a bit of freestyle action from the swimming pool. And that means they've got to run 60 feet away from opening the scoring here as the catcher will step in, Joseph Scaramella.
If there was ever an incentive to hit the ball, this is it.
Goes at the first pitch to Scaramella, as he did in his first at-bat. Nice and aggressive. I believe spent a bit of time playing baseball.
Oh, is that true? Yeah.
But fell in love with the game of softball, and a good curve action gets him on the outside edge. But you'll notice with his batting technique, doesn't take much of a stride. He just relies on that upper body power.
You just got to line the ball up.
And good morning, good afternoon, good night, says Raw Crew. Not on my watch, sir. Not on my watch. So leave one stranded. We're through 3 complete. Top of the 4th. Coming up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here. Got ourselves a beauty, a real dinkum pitching duel so far between Hibiscus Coast, David Watson out there on the hill, and East Coast Bay's Raw Crew. Escaped the jam with a run at third base last innings, did Crew. We strike out the catcher, Scaramella, on 3 straight pitches. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be a beauty, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be Jesse Harris will lead off the top of the shop here. Shakur James will hit 2, and Clinton Hand will be the third batter for the East Coast Bays. Drop ball inside. Trev, I know we're only through 3 innings so far, mate. What have you thought of the match, and how do you think this one's going to play out?
Well, we started to see a bit more of a breakthrough the last innings with a bat. There's a bit more ball hitting the bat, which is what you have to do to win the game. So at 0-0, top of 4, somebody's going to need to hit the ball and advance those runners around. But it's been a quick game, as you say. It's been quite exciting for the pitchers.
Indeed, here, Trev. I mean, it's got it all going on. Great to have you along. I want to thank you for your viewership today here on Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting, of course, for our great friends at the North Harbour Softball Association. And great to have Broadcast Arts in the house this weekend as well. Troy and Reese Duncan. Ground ball to shortstop, Hawani.
Oh, what an
strong throw over to 1.
Yep. I mean, it was a regulation out, you would say, but what a great arm. He took his time, he paced himself, and he put it right on the button. Good on you. Good to see young guys like that.
It is
step up the mark. I think Michael Pallywaggon's going to be sweating a wee bit when he comes back next week. He's got the flu or something. So young Hawani's going to be knocking on the door.
We can just see in the background of Fergus McAlpine, the head coach, a player warming himself up. That's the other pitcher for this Hibiscus Coast team, Leo Barreto, left-handed hurler. If required at the moment, you won't take out David Watson with a bloody bulldozer, would you?
Not at all.
Throwing a beauty here today. Harrison Baker now, the shortstop for East Coast Base. 1-1 the count on him. Rise ball up top. Of course, it's going to be a beautiful afternoon of Premier Softball here at Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. Northcote Maroon taking on Northcote Gold. That one's scheduled for 4:30 p.m. It is a repeat of the grand final for last season. And all the bragging rights, I'm sure. And a nice play by Walsh at second base. The defence, Trev, is on point.
Oh, yeah. Once again, the ball comes straight to Lockie, but he had to be there to see it. And scooped it up and made it look easy in the end. Another young guy.
Like watching good softball, don't we, Trev? We like watching good softball. Talking about good softball, up to bat now. Third baseman Shakur James tries that bunt and run.
This game just keeps marching on, doesn't it?
Sure does, moving quick. Of course, we've had about 5 weekends of Premier Men's Softball. Started in September. I think they played 8 games, actually, or something like that. They tell 8 or 9 games already this season.
Oh, really? Good.
So double figures already for our Premier teams. It also has marked a change this weekend as the ball just goes wide. I think all of bar one of the import players have arrived in town. You'll fill you in with more of that action as it's another 1, 2, 3 innings. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. No score in this nail-biter between East Coast Bays and Hibiscus Coast. going way to the World Series this year. Do you know that he also went to the, what do they call it, the American football final?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he went to that too.
He's got an excuse, though, hasn't he? He's got a son over there on a scholarship. Water polo, I understand. And
to be fair, both his teams are in the final.
Yes.
Super Bowl it was, of course.
Right.
His team was in the Super Bowl and his team was in the World Series. So, and you're dead right. His son's in college over there at the moment. I think he's about year 3, maybe year 4 of that degree.
Yep.
Somewhere in that.
He needs his green sticker to get into some of these games, he was telling me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. He said that to buy the tickets to the World Series, had to put the money through his son's account. It had to be a US bank account to buy a ticket.
Right. One way of thinning the crowd out of it.
Yeah. 1-1 the count here on Douglas. Shows bunt. He'll pull it back as that one's just outside.
None down. Desi will be. He's got to score this rut. He can't leave it stranded,
Yeah, you did right.
So he'll be pulling a few tricks out of the box, I think. He's in a good stage of the batting order.
He's trying to put the runner over if he can. Lockie Walsh should be hitting next, then Wairangi Hawani, 2 youngsters of this Hibiscus Coast team. Swinging a miss on the outside edge. Back Douglas on that pitch, didn't he?
Yeah, that was... it was a bit off that one. There was a bit of a low dropper there. It just got out of his reach, I think.
Brains Trust is Woolman at third base. Rourke Crew now. Just misses that one and might have just had...
Oh, they've done it,
and
haven't they?
allow the batter down to first base. Missed the ball, apologies. So that's a walk. So they got them cornered with runners at 1 and 3 here. Now the strategy comes in, Trev. Now the strategy comes in.
There's some clear discussion going on there.
This one, ground ball will go foul off the bat of...
I think Coach Smith's standing out there a bit bewildered. I'm not sure they all understood the signal.
Yeah, I've called time here to kind of get that right.
Yeah, get back over there.
Yeah.
You guys must read this. Oh, it's pretty straightforward.
You almost got an
said.
opportunity to squeeze in a quick meeting while the umpire was doing something there. But no, we won't waste the conference. So 1 ball, no balls, 1 strike to count here on young Lockie Walsh. Off and running on the pitch, and he will get down there unopposed. So Hibiscus Coast with 2 runners in scoring position now, Trev. Stop smiling.
None down.
Stop smiling.
Gee, I'm lost for words here, Chopper. The excitement's building.
Oh.
But as I said, somebody's got to break this game open, and maybe this is the opportunity.
Well, the infield now fielding in, both second base and shortstop on the line.
Be great to see the young guys do it, eh?
Trying to protect that runner from third base scoring. Greg Anderson at third, 60 feet away. Vaughan Douglas on screen. He's at 120 feet away at second base. This one pops up.
High score. That's
Shallow, maybe a throw at the plate. Anderson tags up, forces the throw. And wisely with the arm of Harris at centre field, decides to play it calm, but he played calm. 1 away.
Yeah, I thought he led off a bit soon too, and then I realised what he was up to. Yeah,
just trying to draw that throw.
Yep.
We talk about the imports coming into town. Of course, Joe Scaramella just arrived a week ago, so finding his foot here, joining David Watson in from Canada this year for Hibiscus Coast. The East Coast Bays, I believe they've got a couple of Czech Republic boys that must be moments away from arriving.
Yep.
And I see from the Czech Republic, Miklas Klaus has arrived for Roosters. Outstanding athlete is Klaus at the international level for the Cheshire.
Oh, that
there's a hard hurt ball through the right side. Wairangi goes past the right fielder. He could round the bases here. Going around 2, coming around 3. It'll be an in the side park home run from Wairangi Hawani, and he's broken this game wide open. 3 runs to 0.
Wow. The fielder just let it slip under the glove, and it was always a 2-bagger. Or was it? Or 1-bagger?
There comes Ioane. Look at his face, the jubilation on it, Trev.
He watched the coach all the way, and Desi was waving him. There was no hesitation.
A big moment for Wairangi Ioane there with a hard hit ball to right field. Ball plate, 3 runs with little assistance from the right fielder running over the ball, you're correct. But 3 RBIs in total, and 3 runs now scored for for Hibiscus Coast. David Watson now. Well, Trev, you said it would be nice to see one of the young fellas get her done.
And boy, it happened. The power of suggestion.
The power of suggestion, my friend.
Yeah.
Can you suggest I win lotto?
I've been trying to talk myself into that for years.
I'd have to buy a ticket to win it. Ground ball to third base. Watson will ease up the pitcher. Wisely so indeed. Last thing you want to do is see a starting pitcher pull a hammy or something running down first base, don't you?
You're talking about these...
sorry, Trev, just to retract that. It's actually taken in foul territory. Missed the call from the umpire. So he'll come back in for another go at it 1-1. You were saying?
I knew that.
Okay. Now you tell me.
I think the viewers would have known that too. But no, I was talking about overseas players. It was great on Wednesday night to see Joseph and David up coaching the HBC boys at Ariwa.
Yeah.
You know, getting that young talent pumped up, and they respond to overseas guys.
It is one of the beauties as we see Crew just fade that drop ball into the middle of the zone. One of the beauties of import players, Trev, we know they're coming here to further their development within the game, right?
Totally.
But while they're here, they are fantastic to be around. They love the game, that's why they're here. And in your case, you just mentioned they'll also help out with coaching.
Pass that knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're at a softball club and they are choosing to pick up a player for the season, put your hand up to host them.
Yep.
Especially if you've got a young baller in your family. The conversation at the dinner table, the other person to catch a ball or talk about the game, that kid that is hosting an import player for a year, they become good too.
Yep. Totally. We've done it over the years and loved every moment. And those guys that we hosted still keep in touch.
Yeah.
One of them wrote a book a few years ago.
Did he?
One of the Indonesian boys, and
wow.
We're all. He put an English bit in about our hosting. It was
awesome.
It was great.
That is cool. That is cool indeed. Walk issue to Watson down to first base now, with 1 out here. And the fly ball to centre field off the bat of Lockie Walsh. And Greg Anderson got him started with a hard hit ball down the line. The left field, the double. Douglas picked up the walk. Walsh with the fly ball to centre. And then Wairangi Ioane blasted one to right field that took off underneath the glove of Schmidt in right field. In the park home run. 3 runs scored here in the 4th innings so far. Tyler Job now.
Just 1 out, Chopper.
Just 1 away.
Yeah.
This one skids a little wide.
Yeah, this is where I think when the Czech guy arrives here to back up the pitcher, you know, that's he's got them through to that 4th innings and made a great job of it, and it's just starting to hurt a wee bit now.
Of course, you're on the pitching option for them as young Zach Adkins. He just threw a complete game in the reserve match, 7 innings there. So he'll be available, but he won't be at his optimum, if you know what I mean.
Yep, he's had a game.
Rise ball still good from Crew on the inside edge. Tyler Job flew out to Schmidt at right field back in the 3rd innings. Bottom of the 4th now. Rise ball up top.
Is that a celebrity just arriving at the park there?
I think it is
Chopper?
indeed. Yep, coming up the grandstand right now.
He's not sprinting up, but
No.
he's managing it.
And of course, Diamond 2 here is called Leveloff Field, named after Bob Leveloff. Just arrived at the ballpark. This one fouls off. Bob's held a lot of roles in softball over the years. A philanthropist, for sure, not only with his money, but also with his time, including multiple roles here at North Harbour, i.e. the reason they named Diamond 2 after him, but also for New Zealand. In the management role, on the board in New Zealand, you name it, Bob Leveloff has given to this great game.
Oh, there's a safe one. No?
Harris with a nice play at centre field will take care of the second out.
Well, Tyler Jobs connected both times. It just put in the glove of the outfielder. The third time up, he's going to...
He sure is indeed. And
Yeah.
both times good movement from the outfielders. This case was Jesse Harris, the centre fielder. Top of the shop now, Amit Shwami.
He had a good hit last time to centre field.
4 hits on the day for Hibiscus Coast. You're right. Shwami with one of those back in the third innings. Grounded out to second base to lead off this ball game in the first. Crew. Swinging over the top of that one.
Was that a good pitch or a bad swing?
Well, I think we'll take a bit of both.
Yeah.
But that's the idea of a pitcher, isn't it? To induce a swing.
Totally. He dropped it away nicely under the bat, and that's why I think it was a bit of a... It was a good pitch.
Rise ball to the fence. That'll allow down to second base. Of course, with Watson running out there, the pitcher, with 2 down, they'll flip him out for a courtesy runner. So Tyler Job running now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count here on Swami. Hard hit ball from Swami
nice
the other
one.
way. A bit of professional hitting from the Great Britain international star. And that will plate the 4th run of the innings here for Hibiscus Coast, leading 4 runs to 0.
That was a good solid hit, chopper. Scored the runner. All that was required.
Tyler Job with an easy 60 feet from third base to plate that 4th run. Roger Smith now. First pitch, rise ball outside the zone. Rog picked up a walk back into first base, then a sacrifice hit to third base in his second at bat in the 3rd innings to move the runner into scoring position.
And then something went wrong at second base, wasn't it?
Trust you to bring that up, Trev.
Oh,
Yeah, he was the base runner on board as Joseph Scaramella struck out, dropped 3rd strike, so he was automatically out. Roger takes off on the play instead of staying put and is tagged out going into second base. His dad, Trevor, won't let him forget it.
well, I'm just trying to ease the pain away, but his wife's she'll be analysing the game down there.
I tell you what, a good hit from Roger here, and that'll erase that in a heartbeat.
Yep, for sure.
Crew. Drop ball over the top, and it'll be 4 straight balls. The second walk of the game here for Roger Smith.
He's got the knack of picking a walk.
Steady eye indeed. And that'll bring out the head coach for East Coast Bays, Fergus McAlpine, for his chat. So the team comes together in the middle of the diamond, as you can see. Trev, what's been the catalyst for Hibiscus Coast here in the bottom of the 4th innings to plate 4 runs?
I just think it was timing. I think the pitchers probably, we've seen the best of him for this game, and the batters had been through a couple of times or once, and they're getting their timing. And I think a couple of lucky shots, and bingo, it builds confidence, and away they go.
They've been fastidious with the strike zone. 2 walks in the innings, 1 to Douglas and 1 to Smith now. Sorry, 3 walks, 1 to Watson as well. So no free bases in the game of softball, Trev. That can come back to hurt you, can't it?
It can. And Scarmella is up to bat, hey?
Yeah, to bring him up, sitting on
Zip.
2 strikeouts from 2 at-bats, 6 pitches to Joseph
I wonder
Scaramella.
what his Perth fans are thinking at the moment. Are we saying he's due?
He's going to swing.
Watch out, you Kiwi guys.
He's going to swing. And he lays off one, something different. He's an intelligent baller. The chance my son and 3 other North Harbour boys spending our winter in Perth, just this winter we just had, Trev. So they got to meet Joe well.
Right. They enjoy that trip.
Oh, they had a ball of the time. They had
once
a ball
again,
of the time.
that's good development for
Isn't
them.
Isn't it?
That's, hey, look, we encourage these guys to come here, but it opens a pathway for our guys to go the other way. I've got a granddaughter that's looking at a scholarship over there in the States at the moment, so she's got 2 or 3 options.
Just not quite on time with that drop ball on the inside edge, Scaramella. Swami's at second base in scoring position. Smith's at first here with 2 away, bottom of the 4th innings.
2 good base runners out there, Chopper.
Slightly different ages, Trev.
Oh, I wasn't going to go there.
This one's outside. We'll level the count now. Apologies. Hitters count for Scaramella. He was going to have a chance to drive one out of the yard. This will be the pitch, Trev. 3-1 count. The import catcher from Perth. He knows it too. Ground ball pulled off the inside of the bat, foul territory.
He just got at that a bit soon, didn't he? Full house now. 2 down. Desi be pushing those runners this time.
Off and running on the pitch for sure here.
Yeah.
I like this action shot.
This will be good.
Stand by. Here he comes. And it's up top. They'll be able to walk down 60 feet. So it's loaded bases situation now for the man who started the 4th innings with a solid double down the left field line, Greg Anderson.
Yeah, I thought there was something going to happen with the defensive team there. They called time and then nothing came of it. So we're back to where we were. Loaded bags.
Drop ball just misses. You can feel the pressure building on the pitcher here from East Coast Bays, can't you?
You can. As I said before, the HBC have got their confidence now. They got a good start. And Greg probably led that charge to a degree.
Drop ball just misses the middle of the zone. Really needing his team to get him the last out, to get out of the innings here. Escape the jam. Coach Warman wants them to put more pressure on. Outside's not going to apply any pressure. 3 straight balls here. Crew is going to have to feed it right down the pipeline 2 times in a row here to the hard-hitting Greg Anderson. There's one, Trev.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad pitch. It was sort of just right down the outside. Greg chose to leave it, but
2 walks in a row here from Crew. Hitters count for Anderson. 2 away. Rise more on the outside's a beauty to fill out the count. It's moments like these that test you as a defensive unit and a battery team, pitcher and catcher, doesn't it, Trev? As we see 2 down catcher rule applied and Tyler Job will come out to run again. For Scaramella this time. Full count, 3-2. Runners will be in motion with 2 away here. Bottom of the 4th. Ooh, fouls back to the screen.
He wanted that one, didn't he? He leant back for that one. He got that big one out to left field before, eh?
Started this innings with that double down left field.
Yeah.
His bat before that in the first innings was second innings was a line drive to the third baseman's glove. So he's been pulling the ball for sure. Money pitch. This one will foul back to the right side this time. You can see the beer garden in full effect under the marquees there. Here's the delivery here from Crew. What do you see, Trev?
Gee, I think Greg just went under that one a wee bit.
Just under it indeed.
He was the one to have, though. It was
same play here. And he gets him. Raw Crew bears down.
Good pitching.
And gets out of the loaded bases jam here in the bottom of the fourth innings. But it's not before the youngsters get her done. Loaded bases. Wairangi Kawani in the park home run. Ahmed Shwami adds a little bit of icing on the cake. 4 runs scored by Hibiscus Coast. Top of the fifth coming next.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and just having a bit of chuckle here as Barry Dunny walks past the booth and just said to them, I've got 12 grandchildren, Bears, any chance you can put them up somewhere? Trev, you could probably tell us why that's funny.
Stan operates a house in Tor Bay, and he's always open to softballers staying there during the season. I think he's got an Australian, he's got a Canadian, he's got some Czechs coming. I'm not sure who else, but he does a great job. And it does make it a bit easier for the softballers visiting to land at his place.
Yeah, you did right. I'll tell you what, Trev, obviously becoming an import player is a cool, fun thing. But in this case, a whole bunch of them are staying in one house in one of the beautiful beach locations on the North Shore here, Tor Bay, for the summer. That house is going to be rocking.
Yeah, I'm proud of him, man. It's not the first year he's done it. He's done it for many years.
And Barry Doney, good man. And again, a bit like Bob Leveloff, a philanthropist, not just financially, but also with his time and energy. So fantastic. 2 good softball men here today on opening day at the North Harbour Softball Association. Great to have you along for it too with me. Of course, Trevor Smith in colour commentary today. I'm Jason Gerbes, a.k.a. Chopper. As East Coast Bays have just given up 4 runs in the bottom of the 4th innings. They need to try and find a way, Trev, to answer right back. One away here as Rock Crew takes the batter's box.
Yeah, well, David's not going to let him get on top. He's gone from strength to strength, actually. When you how many pitches? He's done 50 pitches. And we're at the Top of 5.
Yeah.
That's pretty
8
economical.
strikeouts on the day. Are you counting every pitch, Trev?
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I've got
A lot of fingers and toes.
a lot of fingers and toes. No, I've got a wee tool here, Chopper. Look at this. Yeah.
9th strikeout of the day from the right hand of David Watson. He is on fire at this point.
I wonder if Joseph's helped him or he's proven a point to Joseph Hay on the pitcher.
Yeah, no, 100%. We all know good pitchers will need a good battery, and having the addition of Joseph Scaramella in from Perth, Australia, is going to add to this Hibiscus Coast team this season. That's for sure. Jack Baker now.
Now, Jack's one of the batters that's likely to start ECB off. It's shame he's come up with 2 down, but he'll open it up if he gets the opportunity.
Well, indeed. Count level now. 1 ball and 1 strike. Drop ball inside indicated from Scaramella. He tries the running bunt, can't make contact. At the moment, Watson's got his drop ball on command, both sides of the plate, doesn't he?
Yeah, the batters are struggling, and, you know, for a batter like Jack, Jack's now a senior player in the ECB, and he's got to make the breakthrough somehow. Whoops, there's
Finish him off with a high cheese, and it's 3 strike hits in a row to do the top of the 5th innings. HBC firmly in control here, 4 runs to 0. Bottom 5th. Coming up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. Bottom of the 5th innings, it is Hibiscus Coast leading 4 runs to 0. Of course, Trev, we couldn't broadcast this game without the contributions from great companies. Swift Construction Hire, one of those.
Just talking about Swift Access,
Yeah.
equipment hire, based here on the coast. You just got to thank them, you know. They contribute to the game here and the building business in. So Swift Access, well done.
Yeah, get
well
on
done.
in there, ladies and gentlemen. Just Google them, Swift Access Construction Hire. Based here in Albany, I think we've got a couple of other branches as well. Mark Gregory and the lads do a fantastic job. They've got every type of lift. What do you call the other one? Boom, snorkel thing? Whatever they call. You name it. They've got it all.
Yep.
If you need to get up somewhere, they've got the device to help you do that. Thank you to the boys at Swift.
Good looking gear too, Chopper.
Yeah.
I'm looking at some of their gear at the moment, and it's
fantastic indeed. You see that foul ball just land inside the fence out of the reach here, Trev, on the replay. Boy, he just about gets there, Baker. Almost the fence too.
It was only the fence that stopped him.
Yeah.
It was only the fence that stopped him. Jack is a well-rounded ball player.
Isn't he?
And look, he's second base. He covers the field. He was a shortstop, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He commanded that position for a while, but
His brothers kicked him out of it,
kicked him out. Yeah, exactly.
There's
well, they had
football
to find
hierarchy.
room for him, yeah.
Hey, you, move over.
Yep. He's the younger, Jack's the younger guy, isn't he?
He is indeed.
Yeah.
Vaughan Douglas now. As you see him go down on strikes for a pitching change here for East Coast Bays. It'll be the day for Rourke Crew. Gave up 5 hits, 5 walks and 2 strikeouts with the 4 runs given in to Hibiscus Coast. And he'll hand over the reins, number 39, Simon Fitzpatrick.
Well, he's been around a long time. Good old Si.
As indeed. What type of pitcher is Simon Fitzpatrick, Trev?
He's a junkie type pitcher. He just, you never know what you're getting. And he commands a bit of respect, undoubtedly.
This one up the middle, just out of the reaches of Baker. Lockie Walsh will pick up his first hit of the ball game. Waitangi Hawani came up big. You see the replay there of Walsh. Hawani came up big back in the 4th innings with 2 runners on. A hard hit ball to right field that gets under the glove of the right fielder, and he rounds the bases for an in the park home run. 3 runs scored.
You're loving that, Chopper.
Opened the scoring, didn't it?
I got you converted, mate. But going back to Fitzy, he's been around the game for a long, long time, and he soldiers on. He's in that Roger Smith generation, isn't he?
Yeah. Fine wine for sure.
Yep.
Market experience. So
he was a good Navy man for a long, long time.
We look at both bullpens. East Coast Bays have got Zach Atkins up and warming. And Hibiscus Coast have got the left-hander Leo Barreto up and warming as well, just in case. Don't know if they'll bring David Watson out yet. Trevor's got a good game going on. I won't say what type of game.
Well, when you're 4 runs up, it might be the time to let Joseph have a look at Leo's pitching, because I don't think he's seen Leo yet. So
And a strikeout pitch here of Hawani will allow a chance for the youngster off the bench here, Jeremy Wickenden, to come into the ball game. He'll bat for the pitcher, David Watson. They might indicate a change here defensively. We'll find out. Of course, they can re-enter David Watson into the lineup. Trev?
Well, I think you'll see Leo come in. He's going quite hard out. Oh, no, he's
Yeah,
not.
however, David Watson's got something special going on right here, Trev. I'm not going to say what it's called. I don't want to jinx it in any way, but let me just put it this way. He has 10 strikeouts through 4 innings of work. The other 2 outs was a ground out and a fly ball. Oh, sorry, there were another 5 outs, apologies. There's a ground out, 3 ground outs, 4 ground outs and 1 fly ball. No one has reached first base.
And I was just talking to you about the near perfect game.
Oh, no, you've said it, Trev. You've said it.
The perfect game.
Oh, it's got to go on, David Watson, for those watching all over the country and around the world. Throwing a blinder here, the Canadian for Hibiscus Coast. Simon Fitzpatrick, though, he's been good since he's come in, mate.
Oh, I think he has. He quits himself well, you know. He's
ground ball, a shortstop in the hole. And he is safe. Wickenden turns on. A great cleaner heels and beats that one out in a bang-bang play here at first base, Trev.
And Lockie Welsh, he was going to third base all the way. Watch him. No hesitation.
Good base running here from the Coasters.
Oh, and coach, oops.
Look at him fly around the corner.
Yeah. One thing, he should be watching Desi there, I think.
Tyler Job now.
All right, they've got
2 fly ball outs. Off and running. They'll cut him off. The play at the plate. He's in the hot box. Throw is low to James, now under control. Hand will take it over. And the shortstop will take care of business to pick up the third out. They tried the move, didn't quite work this time, but it is 4 runs to 0, and we are done through fifth, Trev. What a way to finish the innings.
What a great way. Give it crowd entertainment. Everybody was on their feet there.
They were.
I said Bob, I think he was still scratching his head. What the hell's happening here?
They were indeed. That'll do us through 5 complete. It is Hibiscus guys leading this matchup, Premier Men's matchup, 4 runs to 0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why you never say it, Trev.
Exactly.
You never say it. You see here on the replay, first pitch swinging, and he breaks open a perfect game from David Watson here in the 6th innings.
Lockie Welsh got his glove to it, but it was just beyond his reach. It was just a deflection.
Ridley, the first hit of the ball game.
That was a little undecided.
Third baseman will get under the offering from Cameron Smith. Trev, never mentioned perfect game until the game's finished.
I jinxed that one, didn't I?
And there'll be a pitching change too as well. Leo Barrett had been warming up. He was ready to go. And, of course, David Watson, an exceptional game here today. 10 strikeouts on the day. Just the 1 hit and base runner given up. An outstanding feat from the young man from Canada. And he hands over the reins in good condition here. 4 runs to 0 on the top of the 6th.
He does, and my apologies to Bob. David, I did jinx him. God, it was rolling on to the perfect game, and I was talking about a book I'm reading, a baseball book.
I know, it just came out, didn't it?
It just came out.
Unintentional. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a second with a pitching change here. We'll cut away for a break, and we'll be back in a second. This pitching break brought to you by Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting.
The decisions we make matter. The cloth you put on your back, that comes from somewhere. Ours is Ecotech, and it comes from here. One of these equals 38 of these, not in landfill. High performance fabric worthy of what you stand for.
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 6th innings here between East Coast Bays batting now and Hibiscus Coast. The Coasters are leading 4-0. David Watson threw a gem. 57 pitches, 10 strikeouts, just the one hit and one base runner. It broke the perfect game going into the 6th innings. And he'll hand it over now to the left-handed pitcher, Leo Barreto. Tell us a bit about Leo.
Leo's a fisherman, man.
Is he?
He's a pitcher second.
Yeah.
No, he's he's a very humble man, puts everything into his pitching and his work.
Fantastic. Of course,
nice bloke.
Those in the international stage will know Leo Barreto well. Of course, starting pitcher for the Blue Boys and Philippines men's national team. Attended about, I'm going to say, 4 World Cup tournaments, 3 or 4 anyway, Trev.
Well, they attended 2 in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
They weren't in Prague, were they? They were in Whitehorse? No, it'd be too cold in Whitehorse. Hey.
An outstanding athlete anyway. Good left-hand replacement onto the hill. As David Watson's day is done. Of course, they can bring him back if they wish. Couldn't see that happening in this game, the way it's shaping up. Cameron Schmidt now. He was happy to see the end of David Watson. Strikeout victim on him back in the 3rd innings against Watson. But first time looking at Barreto now.
Just might take a batter for Leo to settle in.
He is one of those pitchers. Well, there's the spinner.
There's a game.
I'll tell you what, lefty on lefty, Trev, that's almost unhittable.
Yes. He just threw that outside a bit and, well.
Simply outstanding.
Must be intriguing for a catcher, new to a pitcher, and knowing what he's got, because I know today's the first time.
And this one skids out to the outfield. Sorry.
Yes, they wouldn't have had much time together because Joseph had been.
See the throw down, just skids
just
in
hits
front
the dirt a wee bit, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a shame there. It was going to be always close.
Top of the shop here, Jesse Harris.
Oh, nice pitch. That was it there, wasn't it? Just come right across the front.
Low lifter, started in the left-hander's batter's box and finished right in the middle of the zone, didn't it? Good bend. On a change of pace. Get him for another strike, but we'll allow Schmidt to scamper on down to 3rd base. Finn Ridley, the catcher, with 2 outs, has been replaced on the base pass by Schmidt.
Yeah, it'd be interesting what Fergus calls here. There is 2 down, but he'd be wanting to get 1 run in there.
All down low. Harris with a good eye.
Full house, eh?
New coach Warman looking on as relief pitcher Leo Barreto, trying to close out the 6th innings. Rise ball tipped back to the fence. And here's the pitch on the outside edge.
So good.
Leo Barreto comes in, says, guess what? I can throw 2. As he gets in and gets the job done, we'll sit down Harris for the last out. 4-0. More action coming. Bottom of the 6th next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 6th innings here. 1 ball, 1 strike on the lead-off batter for Hibiscus Coast, Tyler Job. He'll be followed by top of the shop, Ahmed Shwami and Roger Smith. They'll be their 4th at-bat of the game for the Coasters. Once Shwami gets into the batter's box. Been a good game, pitching duel all the way up to the bottom of the 4th innings before Hibiscus Coast exploded for 4 runs. One off the back of a sharply hit ball from the shortstop, Wairangi Hawani. Turns it into an in-the-park home run. I just say that with a bit of tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah. Proud of the young fella.
Yeah.
I am.
Ahmed Shwami drove in the 4th run of the ball game in the 4th innings, and it's been donuts ever since. David Watson, the start for the Coasters, went 5 innings and 1 out before, so 5 innings, and then in the 6th innings, the lead-off batter broke the perfect game. So we see the strikeout of Job. That'll bring up to bat now, Ahmed Shwami. He's been good today, 2 from 3. Grounded out to second base in the 1st innings, and then in the 3rd, solid single to centre and a check swing here in the 6th inning, unfortunately.
Yep. Yeah, you turned to avoid that one. And hit the bat. I was just going to say, I wanted to see him on because his base running was just spectacular that last innings, wasn't it?
East Coast
His last time around.
East Coast Bay's sent up raw crew for the first 4 innings of work. This one flies out. And it'll be a 1, 2, 3 innings here. No mucking around, ladies and gentlemen. We're all done through 6 complete. Top of the 7th coming up next. Last chance, Charlie for East Coast Bays. Trailing by 4.
You lot in the travel game then?
Yeah, how's the travel?
Oh, well, you're still in business, eh? Because I thought you would have gone the way of the dinosaurs by now.
Sorry?
Okay, so look, I'm checking out flights to South America online. Oh, Buenos Aires. Oh, yes, please. A bit of a tango, then Iguazu Falls, Cusco, fly down to Rio, then home. 20 minutes, I'm sorted. That's the way to go.
All separate tickets.
Whatever.
Pricey?
$4,000.
Have you booked yet?
Yeah, soon.
Only I could save you $900.
Really?
Might see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Who's that? Oh, that is Lucy. It's my travel agent. Yeah? Oh, yeah. The way to go. You guys are doing a great job. All right, keep it up. Brilliant.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hibiscus Coast just given up a 1 hit today through 2 pitches used. David Watson and Leo Barreto in relief in the 6th innings. Top of the 7th now. East Coast Bays will be down to their last 3 outs. We'll need 4 runs to continue this game. Naturally, Harrison Baker will lead off, followed by Shakura James and Clinton Hand. 1, 2, and 3. So I mentioned just the 1 hit today. They went to the catcher Finn Ridley. The hits have been hard to come by today, Trev.
They have. Where do we put that success? With the pitcher or the catcher or the combination?
Yeah, I think they call it a battery for a reason.
Yes.
You need to charge it up so you can start the engine.
The old team
pitcher and
effort.
catcher combination. Of course, the new catcher in Hibiscus Coast. He may not have made his mark with the bat today, Trevor, but I can tell you what, he's made his mark defensively with how managing these pitches.
Oh, absolutely. One thing at a time.
One thing at a time. Strikeout victim for Baker. Brings up Shakura James. 2 strikeouts on the day, but he'd be happy to see the back end of Watson because they were all at Watson's hand. Low lifter bends in for the first strike. That one just comes away. So 2 strikes here. Leo Burrito, relief pitcher for Hibiscus Coast. Buzzes the tower with a waste pitch. Northcote will be on next here, 4:30 kickoff. It'll be the maroon side taking on the gold side. It's a repeat of last year's grand final, the North Harbour Softball Premier Men's competition. So that should be a beauty coming up next, Trev.
Cracker, I would say.
Yep.
Is this the first
Bragging
time they've met this season?
They have met once already.
Right. What was the result of that?
I'm going to say the maroon side beat them.
Yes.
Yeah, they're a close game.
Yeah.
Peterona is going to be on the hill for the gold side here today, I believe. So that'll see what they can do against that. And another strikeout here for Burrito. He's found his range. He's found his rhythm, hasn't he?
He has. He has. He's in control. He wants that starting spot again, I think.
There you go. Even the dogs are enjoying today down at the ballpark. Leash in hand. Mum's got the water bowl in her hand as well. They're prepared. They better be prepared because Leo Burrito's in a hurry here. Pumps one down the edge to Clinton Hand. This one is up.
It's pretty economical too, isn't it?
So 0-2 here. Down to the last strike. Complete game shutout on the books as this one will foul out of the way. 2 pitches, Watson, Burrito, been outstanding. The only blemish, 1 base runner on a hit to Finn Ridley off David Watson. Change of pace, ground ball, Hawani, he should make the last out. Why not? The kid with the in the park 3-run home run will get the last out and secure this victory for Hibiscus Coast today. 4-0 over East Coast Mays. Trevor, I see you smiling already, my friend. Your thoughts on the match?
Loved it. It took a while to make the breakthrough, but HBC got there eventually. But I was impressed with the shortstop. Pallywaggon's going to struggle to get back in this team, I think. What do you think, Chopper?
I think you take opportunities when they're given to you.
Yep.
And the international starting shortstop for the Philippines, Michael Pallywaggon, had a week off. And a new superstar has been unleashed. Wairangi Hawani with the in the park home run. 3 of them coming in at a time. Breaks it open for Hibiscus Coast on a 1-hit shutout from their 2 pitches. David Watson was almost perfect unless someone said it.
There was a guy sitting beside Chopper, opened his mouth too wide. But however, he'll be forgiven. There'll be another opportunity next week.
He will indeed, my friend. Thank you as always, Trevor, for your expert comments in the booth here in today's matchup. We wish Hibiscus Coast and David Watson, Leo Burrito and Joseph Scalamella the best of luck for the rest of the season.
We do, yeah. No, good introduction to North Harbour softball, and Joseph's got to be impressed with what he saw out here today. You know, he hasn't come up against the best batters yet, but good way to break into the game.
Good way to break into the game.
Yep.
That'll do us here, 4-0. It is Hibiscus Coast that were our victors today here in our 2:30 matchup. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. The repeat of last year's grand final, Northcote Maroon taking on Northcote Gold. That one's scheduled for 2:30 p.m. See you shortly.